Hi everybody, how you doing? So just a quick intro to today's video. I've been out today after loads of... In fact, I've been filming for 2 weeks, just haven't uploaded any videos. So there's going to be quite a lot of videos filtering through this week. I'm also going to be doing a live tonight about 7 o'clock. And I just wanted to let you know about this video. Pretty much from the off, there's going to be snippets of documentary that I put in. Not a lot. Just a few bits and pieces, which just gives the story that I'm going to tell you some context. So don't think that I'm just playing your documentary. I'm not. It's about 30 seconds or 10 seconds, but I just wanted to make it clear. It's me telling the story. Sorry, I thought I had a mark on my face. It's me telling the story, and we've got some content in there as well. Anyway, I'll see you later on the live if you're about. Thanks for watching. Good morning everybody, how are you? We're in Barnsley for today's video, and we're at a place called Mount Vernon Road, or at the foot of Mount Vernon Road. Mount Vernon Road was once home to one of the most influential families in Barnsley. They actually opened the gallery in town, which I think is called the Samuel Cooper Gallery. I wanted to show you this staircase, and I want to show you these houses down the road, and then we're going to take a walk up here, because I'm going to tell you the story of the Howard Brothers.
There were 5 lads, 5 brothers on us, and 7 sisters. And my mother brought my sister's 2 kids up as well. It was all us busy, they were all us having fun with this and fun with that, and all of something going off. It was alive, you know. You see, a big family, and now it's dwindled down to just 2 on us here. There's only 2 on us. They've all gone. There's half of the family dead. The other half is married and scattered up and down. There's me and Bill still at home with a single. We shouldn't like to leave because we've nowhere to go.
Why did you never get married?
We never seem to get time.
Redler for a night.
Well, he asked for it, he asked for it. No, it's a serious business, that getting married business. It's all right to allow one to have 2 wives, but next one come bang it, no warm up while you're on with other. That's a bit best idea with that, wasn't it? No, all the sink on 2 can't sit in a 3-piece suite. No.
And you're going to be seeing inserts of the Howard Brothers' story, who they were. But I want to give you a lay of land of the area. So the main road that you can see there, that's Sheffield Road, which joins Mount Vernon Road. And I actually quite like this area. I think it's beautiful. And all up this road here, but mainly down here, we've got these beautiful old houses. Now, I've done some research on them to find out who lived in them over the years. We've got doctors, dentists, school teachers. We're talking like what year was it? 1911. So this particular building here, Warren House Dental, this was actually a house for teachers, and there was 4 women teachers living in this house, all spinsters. Further down we have chemists, as I said, or druggists as they used to be called back then. And just over the road down there is a beautiful house. I'll show it you, because we'll walk up and round the back. In fact, we'll go to it in a second. Let me show you this though. I've featured this on the channel before, and I've not been able to find out who these people were. I think I'll have another go for this video, but I'm not holding out much hope. So this is a trough. Now this was at one point a working water fountain, and with this being the main arterial road before motorways through to Sheffield in Barnsley, it was a well-trodden road. But this was a gift of, I can't see in this bloody camera. So this was a gift of John Mason, MA. MA is Master of Arts, and he would have had a bit of money, I would have thought. This would have been used by horses, and cows, I imagine. I always think, why is there never any water in? Because we get plenty of bleeding rain, unless it does fill up over winter. But it's just been left. The bird feather in it though. There doesn't seem to be any plug holes are out. I don't know. Ah, yeah, morning, love. This water fountain here was a gift of his wife, Fanny Mason. So I'm wondering if she gifted that after his death, maybe. And the year of donation was 1887, God save the Queen. And the Queen that they're referring to there, of course, is Victoria. And this is where the water fountain would have been. So you've got the one for the horses or the cows or the sheep that are travelling up the road, and then one for the people. Anyway, so we're going to walk down and we're going to walk round the back, and I'm going to tell you the story of the Howard brothers. So I don't know if you've already got this, everybody, but unfortunate to say, this area isn't the best area anymore. But as you can see, at one point, I mean, this is where everyone lived that had the money. We've got 213. Can't remember who lived in 213, but I'll definitely put it in. This house is my favourite, Belgrave House. The fella that lived here was a hosier manufacturer. Or was he a dealer in tights? It's actually up for sale at the moment. It looks like it's all been made into individual flats. If I bought that house, I'd bring it all back to one home. And then down here on the corner, we've got a pub called the Victoria. Got an old shop there. Anyway, this Victoria, I imagine at one time, underneath all of that grim paint that you can see, I think that would have been a beautiful building. Maybe it's all, it could even be the same stone as what the town hall's built out of, you know, that white stone. Who knows? Although it sort of looks grey underneath, it's probably just grey stone, but it's a beautiful building. I wish they'd, like, you know, blast it off. But there you go. Right, we're going to get round this corner and find the street where the Howard brothers used to live. So everyone, we're on Beach Street. We're going to make our way up this road. So let me tell you the story of the Howard brothers. Many years ago, don't know why he just did that then. Back in the 80s, this area has pretty much not changed. But the Howard brothers were a couple of characters. And they had an house in this area. It was called Rose Cottage. And what happened was, Barnsley Council decided that they wanted to develop the area, and they wanted to create homes for 1,000 old age pensioners, around about 1,000. So what they did is they decided that they were going to do a compulsory purchase. Look at this. It's the back of those houses. Must be an outhouse that they've got. Yeah, so they decided they were going to do a compulsory purchase.
These council officials walk a well-trodden path that in the past 2 years has always led to uncomfortable confrontations.
I shan't leave here. If they come here, I've a gun and I'll use it on them. That's a tradition. It's my home and they're not leaving. That's definitely.
You'd actually shoot them?
Yes, I would, yes. Yes, of course I would. I don't interfere with their home. I've told him, I've warned him. If he tries to interfere here and upset my home, I'll go and smash his home up. Which I would. They're not doing that with me. I'm not a kid, I'm a man. And I'm here and I'm here to stay.
On the Howard Brothers' home, which was called Rose Cottage, and it was a beautiful standalone self-contained cottage with plenty of land, and they had pigs, they had hens, they had rats, lots of rats, and I think it was made out that the brothers were dirty. Or that was the assumption that I got from the documentary, but it was far from the truth. The brothers weren't dirty. What the brothers said was that the council had demolished a lot of houses around to clear the route for this development that they wanted to make, and obviously open drains, rats, and they had plenty of dogs. And these dogs, if you watch the documentary, I'll put the link in the description if I don't do it, just send me an inbox and I'll do it. But yeah, the dogs used to go out on a daily and catch these rats. That's what they would do. But what the brothers went through was really bad. They hounded them. They wanted them to move out, and they wanted them to move into this terraced house, and I'll show it you where the house they wanted to move them into.
Hello? Who is he? Mr. Howard, could we have a word with you? Could we have a word with you?
These bugger off. I'm breaking down, but the house is looking to pieces. Now the nose, don't they?
Can I have a word?
Can't have a word. Go and get some bloody washing done, you. Go on, get it washed up.
We've brought some keys, Mr. Howard.
There you go with bloody keys. Go on, you silly bugger.
Please, for one in...
Silly, I'm breaking down, but the house is looking to pieces.
We don't want to break in.
No, bugger off.
All we've done is brought these keys for
We
you
don't
to...
want keys. Bugger off, William. We'll give it out. We don't want out. We've got one.
I know, but the council,
They never mind council or me neither.
they're in a position to apply for possession.
You want to get it west of you. You're not old enough to interfere with me on your bloody baby. Go on.
Well, we've brought you
you.
some keys
Take
to go and look
keys
at
with
another
her.
property, Mr. Howard.
Get the bloody keys. I don't want them. Get on.
All we're asking is to look at them.
Look at them, they saying.
It's only 100 yards from where you are
Sit
now.
here and show to do you. Bugger off and get it west up. Go on. You cheeky bugger. Go on. Not a cheeky bugger.
No,
If
well,
you
we're
probably
trying to
say
help.
that, you go out and see what game they on with.
And there's nothing wrong with the house, but you've got to remember these fellas lived in a beautiful, all right, let's say it was a bit, you know, old-fashioned, a bit decrepit in some instances, but it was a beautiful farmhouse. And yeah. So anyway, the long and the short of it was they went to the Court of European, they went to the court and it ruled that they could take their land. And the brothers kept saying, look, you know, we've had the bloody Duke of Leeds or whatever it was sign off on this. You know, this is our land, it was given to us by our parents and all the rest of it.
My mother, she died here. My father died here. And we want to die here.
Anyhow, the long and short of it was, the council decided that the court decided that the council were in the right. Anyway, they took it to the Court of European Rights, as was their right to do. Ultimately, everybody, they lost. And the council moved in. I think they ended up moving to Royston, where we've just been. That's where they ended up. They moved them into a house there. Let me show you the house that they wanted them to move into. Look at that. That's beautiful. That door. So I'm not going to labour too much on it because it is someone's home. But you see on the right hand side there where you've got that opening where you would have driven a carriage through many years. Well, the house to the left with the satellite dish above it, that's where they wanted them to move to, and they wouldn't have it. There was loads of trouble. Oh look, there's Beach Cottage. There was loads and loads of trouble, and in the end the locals came out. On the day that they evicted them, there was a big massive fight, and load of locals came out and there was a big massive scrap. The police came in.
The brothers, to their surprise, discovered that they were not without some local support as the deadline for the bailiff's arrival approached.
The arrests of a number of people occurred an hour ago as supporters of the Howard brothers, in their fight to prevent Barnsley Council taking possession of their cottage, confronted a cordon of police officers. Scuffles broke out after the two sides had faced each other all night. More than 100 local people gathered, held back by 50 police officers.
But ultimately they left, and when he left, he had a big massive bump on his head, one at Brothers.
But the Howard brothers had finally given up the fight. 1:30 this afternoon, Billy Howard left Rose Cottage to the council and the developers.
The old from all this lot. They want everybody's land. Oh, a bit better, thanks.
Where are you going, Gordon?
The farm.
Are you leaving Rose Cottage for good then?
We don't know yet. We don't know.
What are your thoughts about Barnsley Council?
They're no good, haven't they? They know that if they do it, we also do it. We all people take property. This is for nothing. We've done this for nothing.
I think one of them had passed away towards the end of the fight. And like I said, the last one, they moved him out into Royston. I believe he died out there. But this is the development that was built on the land. Rose Cottage was here, and this was their land. The council got the way in the end. They were bullied out of the house. I would say they were bullied out of the house. I think it was terrible. Now, on the other side, other people who live in the area were happy that this was happening, because other people in the area said that, you know, the business that they had, I think it was a cardboard recycling business they had. Some people said they were really happy that it was happening because, you know, the rats and everything else, they thought it were the brothers. The brothers said it wasn't them, it was the open drains. I believe it would have been the open drains. Makes absolute sense to me. Lived there, his family lived there for generations, never had a problem, only did after everything started getting knocked down.
Aren't you going now to concentrate on making a new home in this house in Silkstone, though?
In my time of life, there's no new. I've gone through a lifetime. It never ought to have happened. Never ought to have happened.
And I felt right sorry for him. And it just goes to show, and I'll tell you what it reminded me of, everybody. And if you're watching this channel and you're an Alderman, you've been watching for a while and you know about Oldham anyway, we all know about Durka. And they did exactly the same in Durka. The only disgusting thing, or the only disgusting difference, was that when they did it in Durka, they didn't rebuild anything. I mean, at least they've used that land, and they did what they said they were going to do. I would like to say, I'm not taking sides on this. I think whichever way you look at the argument, you could argue, you know, they needed that space for those homes, but I would also argue there's plenty of other bloody space around Barnsley. They didn't need to take that land, but then, you know, it's done. What's done now is dusted, isn't it? So we're coming back to the foot of Vernon Road. If you want to watch the video where we've been in Royston this morning, that will be uploaded midweek. That's just a graveyard visit that we did. And after this now, I think I'm going to put in some random footage of a few bits and pieces that I've been doing. So if you want to watch that, feel free. If not, then thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you soon.